Well, back in 2015, we went through a really bad dry season, and come the springtime, everything just shut down, and it was just a struggle, and we didn't know whether we were going to have enough water to keep us going through the season. Everything started to dry up rapidly, and come April, May, and we finished up carting water for our stock, and things didn't look too good, and we were contemplating whether we should be selling stock off to get through. But anyway, then after a while, the rain started to come, and once when it did start to come in 2016, it started, and we thought, well, hell, it's never going to stop. And this creek that behind me here was only just a little trickle, and it within 3 days, it just erupted into a flood. There was such a force of water that came down and brought all the debris with it, and it just washed up against the fence, and in places it absolutely flattened these fences. We'd had a bit of grief in the family at the time, and unfortunately, the pressure was getting to us and time was marching on. And when I asked if there was a relief crew that were able to help us, they said yes, they could send somebody out, within the next few days. And there was 4 chappies turned up, and they were extreme. They just worked their butt off. They cleaned all the debris off the fence, which was a pretty painstaking job, actually.
The reception from farmers has been really gratifying. They have been really appreciative of the efforts of our crew, and it's been some of the most enjoyable and rewarding work that we've been involved in.
Some of the older farmers is a bit of a problem because there's a huge workload for them, so we've been out there sort of taking the pressure off some of the older farmers which are struggling to keep up with the damage to the fences.
And we would take 5 crew members in, and we could clear a couple of kilometres of fence in a day, whereas it would take those guys weeks, and very demoralising sort of a job if you're on your own. And the farmers would come back and say, wow, I couldn't have done all that.
They're obviously overwhelmed. They've got a lot of other stuff happening on at the same time. They're not sitting in an armchair just looking out the window watching you do it. They're busy doing other things or trying to fix another fence.
The flood crew came back sometime later, and they helped us put some wires back on and staple up the posts and that. Then we were able to get the crew come in and help us plant all these trees, and it was just so good to have their help at the time when we really needed some help. It was really good. Farmers today, they're busy people, and they've got a lot on their plates, and a lot of this work doesn't get done without the help and the expertise that they have in the Glenelg Hopkins. And to me, it's just been great.